All right, I hope I'm back. Somebody tell me I'm back. Oh boy, doing a live Twitch show on the telephone on the phone is horrible. Doing a live Twitch show on the phone, super annoying. Okay, let's continue. Thank you everybody for your patience. Best cooperative game winner, Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion. Best expansion, Wingspan Oceania expansion. We love Wingspan. Best, which one is this? This one is best innovative, micro macro Crime City. I never played that. Beyond the Sun is a runner-up. Somebody told me that Beyond the Sun is a really good game. Best, I don't even know what this one is because it cut off. Winner, oh, that's the same one. Which one is this? This one is Medium Game of the Year. Winner, Lost Ruins of Arnak. Haven't played that. Heavy Game of the Year. So there you go. Print and Play. Seven Wonders Duel Solo. Interesting. I love Seven Wonders Duel. And Ticket to Ride Stay at Home. Look at that one. That's runner up. So, best solo game, Winter Under Falling Skies. I have not played these. I wish I had. I don't have many of the new ones. Look at all. There are a lot of games that seem to have won or been runner-up on a lot of these. Best thematic game. Best war game. Finally, a game that I have played, not Imperial Struggle, but the runner-up, Versailles 1919. Thanks to Anthony for showing that to me, and I played that with my friend Chris with the K. Best zoomable games, Forgotten Waters. Interesting. Best podcast, So Very Wrong About Games. I listened to hundreds of podcasts, and I have yet to listen to this one, so I will have to check it out. But also, runner-up, The Game is Broken. And runner-up is Board Game Barrage. Best board game app, winner, Root. And runner-up, Wingspan. Some people have told me that they have played the Wingspan app and they really enjoy that one. Okay, so tonight's game is Timeline. Remember, I didn't have a lot of time to plan, so this is one that's super quick. And I will teach you how to quickly play this one, just give you a quick overview. I like to break this out of conventions. It literally takes like 1.5 minutes to learn how to play this game. And if you got experienced players, you can play a game in 15 minutes or less. And the other thing that I really like about it is it is expandable. So even if you get used to the cards that you have, and you everybody seems to learn the cards, there are dozens of expansions to add to this. And all these cards are interchangeable. So you got Timeline, you got Timeline Events, Timeline Diversity, which is this one. This is the one we're playing, going to show you tonight. Timeline Discoveries, Timeline Challenge, Timeline Music and Cinema, Timeline Star Wars I didn't even know came out. That's pretty neat. Timeline American History, Americana, Classic, British History, Polska, Sports, Canada, Quebec, and it just keeps going on and on and on. History of Russia. Really amazing stuff. So basically how you play, I've set this up for a 2-player game. I've got 4 timeline cards over here. Oh, I wanted to show you the Board Game Geek ratings. I'm sorry. This is rated at 6.8. And Ginger and I say anything over 6.5 is fantastic. So there you go, 6.8, which is really good. The original one came out in 2012, so it's been around for a little while. Overall ranking out of 100,000 games is 1237. Look at party games, party rated games for parties. This is great for parties, great for conventions. Could be good on Zoom. It is 67, rated 67 out of all those games, and 320 for family. It's 2 to 8 players. You could play with more people, ages 8 and up. Although some of the cards an 8-year-old may have no clue about, but also you never know. They are learning stuff pretty quick in school. And 15 minutes for experienced players, and the weight is very light at just about 1. Alternate names are Timeline, General Interest, etc. Some of those other things we read. Designer is Frederick Henry. There's a couple artists, and right now the publisher in the United States is Asmodee. Okay, so this is how you play. There's the deck of cards, and there's a lot of cards here to choose from. And you take the number of players. Each player draws 4 cards and puts them out in front of themselves. Now, you'll notice that there's a certain way the card has to be because there's artwork and a difference on the back, as you will see here in this one. and it looks like my phone froze again. So, darn it, darn it, darn it.
Oh, it was fine.
Yeah, I didn't clear my cache memory.
What does that mean? We were fine until like 2 seconds ago. Something's back. I'm getting an ad log,
Yeah.
so it's acting like in 20 seconds you'll be there.
There we go. We're back.
Bye.
Oh, very annoying using the phone. Thanks again for your patience. And I'll figure something out in the future, tech wise. So here we go. So this is, I have now in the center of the board, I start with turning over one of these cards over to the other side, which you can see here, the invention of hypnotism from 1776. So that's when that happened. Okay, so let's say it's this player's turn. All right, the objective is to get rid of all your cards. How you get rid of a card is you insert a card into the timeline. Insert it into before 1776 or after 1776. After you insert it, you turn it over, and if it is correct, it stays in the timeline, and then therefore you are down a card. You're down one card. So that now you're one card towards winning. So to give you the prime example, look here. Let's take the easy one. The first man in space. So I'm going to insert this into the timeline for this first player after 1776. All right, so we flip that over, and big, 1961. So it stays in the timeline, and now this player has 3 cards left. So then it becomes this player's turn. All right, so I've got the invention of currency, the invention of the water clock, the first flight of a space shuttle, and the invention of the flute. Well, this one's easy. We know the space shuttle came after the first man on the moon, so let's insert this into the timeline, right? So there you go, and then we flip it over, we check the year, and it is 1981. Great. And now this player has 3 cards left. Now, as you can see, it's going to get a little more difficult because the invention of the crossword puzzle, going back to player 1, the invention of chess, or the Venus de Milo. Well, I think let's put the invention of chess. Now the picture, some of the keys to the game is the picture might give you some giveaways about what time and age that this card comes. So now let's input chess. It looks like it's medieval ages. So let's put this here before 1776 and flip it over. And 570 AD. Great. So now this player's down to 2 cards. Okay? And we just keep going back and forth like that. The invention of the water clock. This looks like a really old invention. So let's put this over here before 570. It looks really old like that. And now, oh, that's good. Minus 3000 BC. Great. Now, if I try to insert something, like let's go back over to the Venus de Milo, and I insert the Venus de Milo, I think it comes after 1776. What would happen in this case, we flip it over, and the year is wrong, right? It's not in correct timeline order. So now this card gets discarded, all right? And then I tried to get rid of a card, but since I was unsuccessful, I draw a new card off the deck. So that's how you could gain cards if you insert it incorrectly into the timeline. As you have more players, because this can play up to 8 players, so just one time around the table, 8 cards are going to get added to the timeline. It becomes a lot more difficult to insert a card into the timeline and get rid of it. And the objective, like I said, is to get rid of the cards. So here you go, the invention of canning. Some things are in italics, like the voyage to the moon. So that's when that film was made. The invention of instant coffee. Okay, so there's lots of really cool stuff here. Lots of cards to play with. Now, the best thing about this, like I said, is you could get a different timeline. So I could get timeline music and cinema and add it to my timeline diversity, and then I even have more cards to choose from. So that's the basic of timeline. So I hope you get a chance to play this at some point. If you join us on a convention on Long Island, we will definitely probably have this available, and you can play it. That's when we finally do meet in person. I really highly suggest this game. I give it, I forgot about it. My rating is that I give it, let's say, I give it a 9,000 BC rating. All right, that doesn't mean minus 9,000. I always try to use a number in the rating. So I'm starting a rating system, hopefully. So I really like this game, especially for parties. Okay, there's not much strategy to it. It's just fun to play. Cool. All right. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about Timeline. Oh, I did forget. I have my little advertisement page. I threw it on the floor by accident in the mess, and now I can't find it. There it is. So here you go. You can find me on LI Tabletop over coffee Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I've got a YouTube channel, Game Master Dave. You can search on there. Patreon, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, BoardGameGeek.com. Also, wait a minute. Ginger says announcement. What do you got, Ginger? She's coming up with it. She's typing it. Beth. May 18th, Bethpage Library is sponsoring a free D&D game for teen beginners. So check that out on the Bethpage Library webpage. So maybe Ginger will put up the link right there. Anyway, so here is my phone number, email, the Facebook page. 3 stores we like to support on Long Island. Just make sure you get that phone number. Give them a call. So that's May 18th, D&D for teens, Ginger says. Registration is required. So much terror! There's my actually, a semi-daily blog is wrong. I got to change that. A friend of mine told me that's twice per day instead of every, when, you know, an occasion. It's my dispatch. It's my occasional dispatch. And there's Ginger's business, which is really picking up. She's a wedding officiant, joyfuldayceremonies.com. Cool. Now, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you had a good time learning a little bit about Timeline and some things that are happening here on Long Island. I hope you get a chance to play some games. I hope you're staying safe. I hope you're getting vaccinated. I'm getting my second shot tomorrow. Super excited about that. Happy birthday, Devin. I really appreciate your birthday. Is that what I was trying to say? Thanks for being an awesome stepson, and thanks for being a good friend. And happy birthday to everybody. See, if I cover it in one day, I cover it for the whole year, right? There you go. Ginger's got a link up to the Bethpage Library. Check that out. So give yourself 100 experience points until we meet again across the internet and or the gaming table. Keep your cards dry, your timelines ready, and your what are we keeping strong? Bill? Ginger, what are we keeping strong? What can we keep strong as in the timeline? Keep your
scripts. Keep the scripts strong.
So Ginger says keep the scripts strong because we're definitely a scripted show.
This is very highly scripted.
This was all written down.
That's right.
I'm reading off of
for weeks.
Even the IT issues. I was
Look at my makeup.
Took hours, yes, to contemplate not wearing makeup. Okay. No, she's beautiful without makeup. Don't get me wrong. So anyway, thanks, Ginger. Thanks, Bill, for chatting for a bit. Thank you for your patience with the tech issues, and have a great night. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.